today is August 1st, and that means today is our wrapped TBR pick of the month, and I get to unwrap it. So let's go unwrap it together. Here is today's wrap TBR. This is a very thin one. It feels like it's definitely a paperback. I have a guess as to what it is, but these last three here are also very thin. So honestly, it could be anything right now. I'm not even gonna try to guess. It's just, it's keeping me guessing every single month, which is awesome. But let's unwrap this. Oh, totally not what I thought it was going to be. All right, we've got The Dogs of Babel for this month's Wrap TBR read. Awesome, very excited. I don't even really know what it's about. It says on the back, a searing portrait of grief that's also a love story and an engrossing mystery. Sounds pretty good. Let's go get reading, and then I will come back and tell you what I think of it and what I think it might actually be about. So as you can see, I just got started with The Dogs of Babel, and sorry I look crazy right now. I just showered and it's been a long and crazy day. So this is what you're getting right now. But I really wanted to just talk a little bit about this book because I have started reading it. I am about to page 100, and so far I am really surprised and impressed by this book. I am loving the writing style. It is fast-paced, it flows really nicely, and you know when you just pick up a book and you start reading it and you've read like maybe 10 pages and you just know like this is gonna be a good book. That is the feeling that I'm getting so far with this book. And I've been really thoroughly enjoying reading it. I read 100 pages in like a night, like last night. I just read a bunch and I got really invested in it, and I love our characters. I love the mystery we have playing out. I love that there's a dog that is part of this book as well. So let me give you a little bit of a breakdown. So far, what we've got is we've got husband, wife. The wife fell out of their very tall apple tree and died instantly when no one was home but their dog. And the husband came home, didn't know what happened, like had no idea why this happened. He didn't think she committed suicide, yada yada. So the only witness that was there was the dog. So the husband is a professor in a college, and he took a sabbatical after his wife passed away, and he was using it to study getting dogs to talk. So he's trying to teach their dog how to talk so that he can ask it what happened and why she died, and just see if he can even get it to talk at all. So he's been kind of working on that. And that kind of sounds boring now that I've talked about it, but it's honestly like really good, and I'm so invested in it, and I really want to know what happens. And then not only do we have that, but then love this, we have also, we're flashing back to the past a lot, and he is talking about his love story with his wife, how they met, how they fell in love, what happened on their first date, how long it went on, and just all that kind of good stuff. Their first like little while together so far is what I've read about, and it is so cute and so good. And oh my gosh, my heart, I feel so bad for this man having to live without his wife now, that I know even a little bit of their story. I hardly even know their story, but I know that as I keep reading about it, I'm going to feel even worse and worse for him. So it is a little bit of a sad book so far. It's not crazy sad, but it's a little sad because your heart just goes out to this man. Now he's alone, and he's just him and his dog, and he loved her so much. He had a marriage before her that just did not work out and it was horrible, and then he met her, and like he just had that like instant connection, and he just knew that she was the one. So that was just so sweet. And He just tells you why she's the one and what made him know that, and kind of talks about that and goes on about that a bit. And so far it's just really, really lovely, and I'm loving reading about it, and I cannot wait to continue. And that's why I wanted to get on right now, even though like I don't have myself put together at all, and just tell you a little bit about it, because I didn't want to lose like this thought of what I've just read and then kind of like mesh it with like continuing to read. So gotta get that off my mind. Now I'm gonna go read, and then I'm gonna come back to you a little bit more in and tell you what I'm thinking. It is not a very long book. It is 260 pages, so I'm thinking I'll be done with this like in a couple of days, and then I'll give you my final wrap. So far I'm leaning towards like 4 or 5 stars. It just really depends on where it goes, how it wraps up, all that good stuff. But yeah, so far really, really liking this. I feel like it's a very underrated book that everyone should go check out. But also continue watching this video so you can see what I end up really thinking about it. So I'm gonna go read. Let's go read, and I'll come back and talk to you. I have finished The Dogs of Babel, and I've been really excited to talk to you about this. I'm pretty shook, if I'm being honest with you. I'm emotionally distraught right now on another level because of this book. If you're going into this book thinking it's like a simple mystery and you are not going to be sad and you're not going to get your heart broken over it, think again. So let's get into this because I have a lot to say. I did not come and do another update before this, you will notice. And why, you might ask, was that? Because I literally sat there all night reading this book, the rest of it. So I was at page 120 or something like that. And there's 290 pages or so in this. And I like read 190 pages in one sitting because it was that emotionally upsetting and insane, and I needed to know what was going to happen. Best way to put all that. So let's break this down. Okay. At first we're going along. The husband is widowed. They have like a really cute love story. You're sad for him, of course, but you're not like emotionally distraught. You're not like destroyed over this. You know, his wife died. It's sad, but okay, we move on. The wife had a dog that she had before they were married, and so now the husband, it's just him and the dog. And so I say that because the dog's very important to him now that she has passed away. And they're kind of grieving together, and he is really leaning on the dog a lot because he didn't really have a lot of friends. It's not very clear if he had family that was around because the family is not a part of the story really. So I'm not sure, but he doesn't really have anybody. He's really by himself. He's just got his dog. He's trying to teach his dog to talk because she was the one that was there with the wife when the wife passed away. She allegedly fell out of an apple tree in their backyard, a really, really tall one. It was like over 20 feet tall. And in the way that she landed, they ruled it that it wasn't, she didn't try to hurt herself. It was just a simple accident of her climbing a tree and falling out of it. But the husband is like feeling fishy about it, and he's also grieving, and he's so distraught, and he is trying to teach the dog how to talk because he wants to know what happened, and the dog was the only one there. So he's working on that. People are saying he's crazy. Like everyone thinks he's crazy that he knows, and it's just a long process from there. And I don't want to give away too much. I really want to do some spoilers on this because my mind is blown, absolutely blown. And I was sitting there literally crying while I was reading this, as you saw in the last clip. That was me freaking out over this because it was so emotionally upsetting. Yeah, so the last 75 or so pages are very rough. There's a lot that happens. I don't know how this author um, did all of this in the amount of book we have here, because it's not that long of a book, but it felt like it was, because I feel like I read so much and there was so much to this. I pretty much want to stop explaining now so I don't give away the ending, because you have to read it. If you're an animal lover, especially, you have to read it. If you feel like having your heart broken, read it. If you like mysteries that you do eventually get to figure out, read it. If you like to solve puzzles, read it. If you like heartbreak and sadness and a wife that passes away and leaves her husband who loves her so much by himself, read it. Yeah, if that doesn't sum it up, just read it. It's so good. I rated it 5 stars. Yeah, I rated it 5 stars because it was just so good. The writing style was amazing. It flowed so seamlessly and flawlessly that I felt like I was really there. I was inside the book. That's what I call it. Whenever a book is like the storyline and characters and everything is just perfect, I'm always just like, I was inside the book. And that's how you know it was a really good book, because I was lost. Like, anything that was happening around me was just, I didn't even know what was happening in the real world. I wasn't there anymore. I was inside of this book. So yeah, without further ado, definitely read it. Highly suggest this one. I'm so happy that I had this in my Wrap TBR. Also a little bit sad because it was really sad, but also I've been thinking about the story. This is like a couple days later because I just have been working a lot and I didn't have a chance to make a video yet. But a few days later, it's been on my mind every single day, and I'm just like, wow, that book was so good, and I'm so happy that I got to read it, and I actually own it as well. So yeah, I am really pleased with this one, pleased with this challenge. Even though it did make me sad, like, it was kind of a good sadness, if that makes sense. Like, it was kind of disturbing, but it was also good. I don't know. Best way to sum that all up. If you don't like sad books, I would not suggest it though, because it is a sad book. And that's really all I have to say about this one. I was really thrilled with this month's Wrap TBR, and I can't wait to get to next month's because they are freaking stacking on up. And this was my pick for August. So it was technically supposed to come out in August. Don't know when this video is coming out. I haven't been keeping up that amazingly with these challenges that I've been doing. And that's simply because, like, I am vlogging every single one and then editing the video and then getting it up on YouTube. But also because I'm just behind on my reading and I've been focusing really hardcore on arcs this year. And so my arcs are really just coming above every other reading that I have to do. And let's get real, I'm a mood reader, and sometimes it's just hard for me to pick up a book. But I have been pushing through all of these challenges that I've been doing, and I am actually really proud of myself for almost completing both of the challenges. And I have a goal to hopefully by January be completely wrapped up with all of my challenges. That's being my Wrap TBR and my TBR jar challenges. So hopefully that will be the case. I will tell you on like the end video, which would be December's video, I will tell you like where I ended up and if I actually hit it or not and how behind I was and that kind of thing. So that'll be kind of fun to keep up with. But I'm really putting the pressure on myself now because we're here in the end of October right now is when I'm filming this video. And so I've only got 2 months to like read a lot of books right now. I've got to read 7 books before the end of this December. Yeah. So that's a lot, but I'm hoping I can do it. And then also keep up with all my other reading. So we'll see. But if you'd like to see more content from me, I post all the time on my Instagram and I'd love to see you over there. It has been rapidly growing and I'm really excited about that. And a lot of you have DM'd me over there and that's really exciting because I've got to actually talk to you guys. And it's so fun to actually interact with you and get to know who you are, who's watching my videos, who's enjoying this journey with me. So go send me a DM over there and follow me on Instagram. That would be great. I also post a new video here every single Friday, every week. And I would love to see you again on my channel every Friday. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe.
because I have so much cool content that is always coming out and I would love to share it with you. So thank you for hanging out today. If you like today's video, I also do the TBR jar challenge, which is very similar to this. So go check that out as well. There's tons and tons of content on my page. So I hope you will have fun watching all those videos. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye.